This episode of Gavin Masters Raid was brought to you by the number 5. Having trouble counting past 4? Try counting to number 5. So, I am going to do some live arena again today, but first I thought it'd be fun to just go to the classic arena and use my favorite team or a variation on my favorite team that I was talking about yesterday. So this is my favorite team right here. And guys, if you want a separate video about this where I'll like break down the builds of the champions I'm using, I can totally do that. Just say something in the comments like, "Hey Gavin, I would like to see that, please." Thank you. But for now, these are my favorite 4. Although I have a variation which I might use for this one, just because I'm seeing Ultimate Death Knight and Heffrac there. They can both be kind of irritating. So I have my the main one. I just call them Ally Assassins. I don't have a better name for them yet. I'm sorry. It's not quite Bon Voyage or Can't Touch This or Duchess Kill You. Anyway, so I'm going to use the Ally Attack Sun Wukong variation, and I'm just going to go to Manual. Now, usually I like to just open with an ally attack and take out Sun Wukong as soon as we see him, but he might actually get taken out by my Sun Wukong, which is why I'll probably... I was actually expecting Heffrac to be in Stone Skin, so this is kind of surprising. But this way we can just target Heffrac first. There's no Reviver on the team, so I'm not hugely worried about how to do this one. But basically, this is how I handle Classic Arena. I'll often look for something that looks relatively straightforward, and I'll just auto it. It's easy enough to auto if Sun Wukong is in the first slot. Otherwise, I often do some kind of fancy footwork around them just to make sure I take out the threats. Then I go to full auto. So I stupidly didn't take out Sun Wukong with Phenax, but it doesn't matter because I had Sun Wukong. That's part of what I love about Sun Wukong. You kind of can't go wrong with Sun Wukong. I could try this Necrit one. This one actually kind of scares me. And it's got Jimbo Jones here. You know what? Let's try... Like, anytime you see this stuff, where they're just kind of being a little bit funny with their Ultimate Death Knight and their Sun Wukong, it's easy enough to just come in. I'm not going to leave it on auto just because on auto, the ally attack auto targets whoever's in the first slot, which is Ultimate Death Knight, which is why it's kind of smart to leave him there. But after he's done that, full auto. We could be here for a little while. Or we could not. In the presets, I actually just turned off the rest of Phenax's moves. I just want to use his A1. You might notice he's got all 6 stars of Ascension, and I've basically got Cruelty, so he damages defense. So he's kind of designed like this. He's kind of like a mini Harima. He just comes in and completely wrecks defense over the course of the fight. But of course, I'm using the Blessing. It's not like that's built into Phenax. So really, literally any champion could be given that Blessing. So let's do 2 more. I'll do this one. And yeah, I'm going to use my main one. But I'm going to do Manual just because I don't know what's going to happen. They do have 2 nukers. I'm worried about both of them. I'm worried about getting bombed out a little bit. But that's not so bad. So I'm going to target her first because I don't want to kill him and then instantly bomb out my Pythion. I'd rather get him in there and just cleanse this stuff off so we're not in danger. Then I'll try to take him out. And then full auto. I can just sit back, sip my tea. Slowly but surely they will all die. It doesn't matter if it's like a total reviver team. Deleted. So let's just do one more. Because you probably get the idea at this point. But I'm looking at this team and I'm just thinking these Marichka teams, this is the reason I designed a team like this. I am so sick of dealing with these bloody Marichka teams. So I could use the Sun Wukong variation, but I'm not going to. I'm instead going to use this just because Phenax is my only real nuker on the team. We could target anybody first that we want, but let's just let him go on auto. So Marichka, good night. She's gone. Elva's not getting her back in. And you know what? We'll probably just target Ultimate Death Knight next, just to make sure we get rid of him. Although it can be amusing to take out him in passing while taking out someone else. See that double tap there? Very satisfying. Now Elva is the right affinity to be defending against Phenax, so she'll put up a little bit of resistance, but as you can see, not much. Anyway, that's the team that I'm about to use in live. I went too far. So let's do live. Brought to you by the number 5. Yeah, I already did that joke. So I'm gonna open with Sun Wukong. Why leave him on the table for my opponent to take, right? Okay, so we're dealing with... I really gotta build my White King and my White Queen so that I don't end up dealing with that, because I bet this guy's got the White King. I basically think everybody's gonna have the White King. But I'll take these two, because I know I want them. So I'm expecting the White King. I was kind of expecting Rhodos. So I'm going to take Pythion, and I'm going to take Phenax. And I think I don't care which of these 5 gets eliminated. Pretty much regardless, I'm either going to have 2 nukers or 2 revivers, or both, and just not have an ally attack champ and a debuffer, but I have 2 debuffers. Actually, I have 3 debuffers with Sun Wukong. Sun Wukong's amazing. Can do all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to get rid of Narcisse, because otherwise I don't really know how to deal with him. The ally attack won't work against Narcisse, because Narcisse has a tendency to block pretty much all damage from ally attacks. So maybe he's more like King Narcisse. So I'm going to go with the speed. This might be a longer fight. This is the drawback to bringing these 5. He eliminated my only block reviver, and that means I do have to get at the White Queen. And to get through her, I gotta get through Ultimate Death Knight. That may be a tall order. We already got 2 people that's dead. That's no good. Do I want the ally attack? Do I want to just strip? I think I just want to try to strip this stuff now. We at least got the buffs off the nuker. And you know what? I'm going to go for this one just because the decrease attack on him is probably more imperative. Alright, let's get rid of these pesky debuffs. Maybe I'll get a turn sometime this century. So I could revive them with block damage on them. Maybe that's the key, but you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. So let's see if Skittering Death can slow them down a little. That should slow them down a little. That should slow them down more. And I guess I need kind of a lucky shot here. Oh, and there it is. Well, good game, Thorin. I was kind of worried it would take a while, but obviously I underestimated my own Sun Wukong. That guy can smack. Alright, I get Sun Wukong. I'll take him. Not even going to try to pronounce that name. So he's getting Pythion, which means my substitute is Arbiter. I think I'll take her first as well. Maybe I'll go this way. And then I'll take Mighty Ukko and Phenax. And let me think. I might want to get rid of Ultimate Death Knight. I might just want to get rid of Pythion. I might want to get rid of Lady Kimmy. I might want to get rid of the Nuker. Geez, I don't even think there's a wrong answer here. But maybe there is. And you know what? I think I want to get rid of Rhodos. Yeah, we'll just get rid of Rhodos. And we'll lead with Arbiter. And looks like I get the drop. Not used to going first. So let's try to peel that stuff off. We can't. So let's just go for the area of effect. So now or never. So we'll use the revive, speed boost. I really, really wish I was a little bit fast in that, but we could still try to get him down. I really expected him to go for Phenax. Don't know why he didn't. Well, I gotta take out him because I don't have any other area of effects. Don't have them. I think the drawback to this, now that I look at the team, is most of my champions that are not Arbiter are probably too slow for her to speed boost into them. So she can easily enough get cut in on if the opposing team is fast enough. That's something I gotta work on. I need basically to bring two champions that are fast enough to follow Arbiter. Right now, my Mika, who got banned this time, but Mika's at about 306 speed, I think. My Arbiter's at 378. And then I think the next fastest person after that's probably Ukko at maybe 265. So they probably get cut in on. I haven't done any champion rebuilding on most of my main champions in a while, and I don't want to. I just don't wanna. I mean, I've put so much time into this game. This game steals so much of my precious free time. And there are times I like this game, but there are probably many more times where I really wish this game had just never sucked me in. So, anyway, let's go for these two. Because they've got Marichka, I want to be vigilant for anybody else that's also got revive potential, because basically we're probably going to have to take Marichka out first. Especially seeing all this. So I might forego the Pythion for the sake of maybe just one more block revive chant. And I think I'll do it this way. Could also bring this Dapper dude. In fact, I kind of like the idea of bringing him. I'm going to bring this Dapper chap. He's a little more niche than Rhodos, which is unfortunate because, I mean, he's a Void Lego. He should be one of the best champions that there is. He is good, especially now that I've booked him. The other drawback is that they took Rhodos. So now who do I eliminate? That is a very good question. I could get rid of their speed lead. Maybe that's the way to go. And then, so they got rid of my reviver. I got rid of their speed lead. I'm gonna use my speed lead. Hopefully, my ally attack gets the drop on them. I'm gonna have her aim for Rhodos. That's gonna be my plan. Because basically, Rhodos gets going. I think we're done. There's also Georgid too. He gets going. We're probably also done. Well, this makes the decision easy because Rhodos is behind a stone skin. I wish there was some way through him. But anyway, we'll go for the ally attack. We've at least got rid of Rhodos. Let's try to do some crowd control then. How about her? I think with her ally attack done, we're done with her. But unfortunately, ooh, I might have a shot here. Maybe. It's kind of down to RNGesus. Let's take out. Okay. I'm gonna take out Harima. Then we will take out. I mean, I think kind of either way. He comes back in. Oh, they both come back in. I didn't block revive on Rhodos. I think I whiffed it. I think I whiffed it. Good game, Slayer88. Well, let's get back in there. So, we're up against New Jersey Mister. That's what I'm going to go with today. NJMR. Not just my Rhodos. Go for these two. I think. I'm seeing the two revivers has me wondering if I want to try for something a little more revive blocky again. Oh, you know what? It's too late to unpick Sun Wukong. What am I thinking? I'm sorry. It's like the middle of the night here. Woke up in the middle of the night again. Have been having trouble sleeping. I blame this game, but there's probably more to it than that. Can't just blame the game. But I will bring these two. That's the support we probably need. I could go for Pythion. Unless he takes him. And he's one of those guys that's just like, no, I'm gonna take 4 revivers. I dare you to take 4 revivers. I dare you. Wouldn't put it past anybody. Definitely seen that before. I'm always amused when I see 4 revivers in Classic Arena, and I just bring my favorite team, and I just kill them one by one, and they're not coming back. Anyway, I think maybe I even want to try bringing Rhodos this time. Or do I want to just go for balance and see what happens? I'll take my Fave 5. I'll probably eliminate Georgid. Or Georgid. I still don't actually know how to pronounce his name. I mean, there's George, which could be used as kind of a key as to how to pronounce that. But yeah, let's eliminate him. He scares me the most. We'll take the speed. I don't think we need resistance for anything, so we might as well take the fastest speed aura. So you're going to speed lead into Lysandra. Speed leads into Duchess. Just puts all the buffs up. And I'm going to get them back up. So exhaustion makes sense. And I'm going to use my area of effect. Youch, that is a hard-hitting A1. But we knew that. Candrafon is a hard-hitting dude. This team's going to have a lot of speed control on us. That's the really worrying thing. The solution is, of course, bring Arbiter myself. A little too late to do that now. But you know what? I'm going to call... Oh, I'm dead anyway. Never mind. So, good game, NJ. So let's get back in there. Could try speeding up my Sun Wukong as well. I have been meaning to. There is a fun little combo that you can do with Phenax, where if you have a sheeped opponent and Phenax runs in, his A1 will knock them out of sheep form. As long as it does enough damage, you'll completely kill the sheep form, and then he gets an extra attack because he attacked them while they were under a debuff. And because they're coming back with no protective buffs and only half max health, Phenax will usually just completely kill the sheeped opponent. So if I could speed tune that so that Sun Wukong goes directly before him, I might try that. There's also the new guy, Armand, who can also sheep units. And I'm going to go for Armand just because of how unique he is. So maybe I'll do that. Build Armand as a nuker. Maybe put him in Stone Skin. Could use him instead of Sun Wukong, and could speed tune him to go directly ahead of Phenax in both an ally attack capacity and just also in terms of placing the debuffs. But anyway, I don't have him right now. We got to play with the champions we do have, so I'm going to start with Sun Wukong. Taylor Man, you gonna go this century? Man, I hope we don't encounter too many champions that are AFK, because that does take a while. So anyway, we've got Ultimate Death Knight. Always fun to deal with. So ally attacks, I could even try a double ally attack. I have not been blessed with a lot of ally attackers though. So the only other one that I really have, and I definitely want him anyway, so we'll just bring him. The other one that I have, I don't even know if he's been set aside for this. Come to think of it, I have two. I have Lon Athril, and I have, you know, the Fat Man, Farrakhan the Fat. But let's see, I think I could probably go for my typical team here. We could also go for maybe a Rotos Phenax combo and be less reliant on a Reviver. I just don't want to be left without a Cleanser. So I'm going to go for this team after all. Maybe Taylor Man will have the wherewithal to block Phenax. I'm going to block... I think I'm going to block, you know, this dude, whatever his name is. Why am I blanking on his name? The Dragonbane. Staltus Dragonbane. Or we could just get rid of the Cleanser Reviver. I mean, there's really no wrong answer. So we'll have to get into some fancy footwork around Lydia, just because she can, to some extent, counter Phenax's block revive, but it's only to a small extent, and we have Sun Wukong, so that kind of counters Lydia too, because I expect Sun Wukong to go down first, or at least to go down fairly early. But let's see, we can go for... Here, I'm going to go for him first. Dang. Again, underestimated Sun Wukong's power, so he comes right back. Should have just gone for Lydia. Would definitely have been the smarter move. But we can... We do that now. We can take him out now. The thing is, I am not expecting any of the other three to be good at nuking. So basically, if I can keep everybody alive, then we can be fine. So I'm going to try going for the stun. They're doing their best to do lots of damage, though. So we'll take out Lydia. No, we're going to take out him. Well, there it is. I was expecting it to be more complicated. Anyway, let's do 5 more, and we'll call it a night. I'd like to say I'm going back to bed, but I'm probably not. I'm probably going to stay up for a little while longer playing XCOM 2. That's the game that I reward myself with after playing this game that I don't feel is particularly rewarding. Anyone else out there struggling with playing this game daily and being like, why am I playing this game? I know I'm not the only one who's constantly questioning my sanity playing this game at all. But yeah, if I get the first pick, I'm going to go with Sun Wukong. And this Armand guy, I'm kind of dreading him. Like, he looks interesting, and I am going to pick him up and use him for myself, but I'm also worrying about him flooding the arena in an arena where the meta's already... There's just so much polymorph already, and we don't need to see more of it, but he makes polymorph even better. Plarium didn't bother nerfing polymorph at all. They said a small nerf was coming, and I think there's like technically a nerf to it, but I can't tell. And because of the rebalances of the stats, polymorph's more common. You wouldn't know that to look at my opponents, though. Like, almost nobody's bringing polymorph, which is kind of surprising. So I'm going to go for... Maybe I will go for the double blockers again. Because I'm seeing 2 revivers here. And then 2 nukers. This is a bit off meta. I'm wondering if this is a somewhat newer account. Don't see Rathalos often in the arena. So I'm not entirely convinced he'd be a good nuker, but he might be. This boy does do some damage. Does do the good damage. On the best start guide with my fresh new account, I've actually been using the other one. You know, the chick with the bare midriff and the blonde hair. Xeno, Blade Master. And she's a single target champion, but she's still pretty useful in the arena for an early account. Because it turns out she's very difficult to kill, and she does tons and tons and tons of damage. She just has to do them one at a time. So she's kind of like a mini Rhodos. She's no replacement for Rhodos, but she's kind of like a mini Rhodos. So let's take the speed lead from Volcanon. And come to think of it, because Volcanon does not have any debuffs on his A1, might have been smarter to actually put them in the other order. Normally I like to have Phenax last, just for the max chances to get debuffs on the opponents, but may not matter here. So let's see what Rathalos can do. Especially under increased attack. So that is a pretty good pair. So I'm protected by Stone Skin for this turn. So he's probably just going to wait and maybe kill him. And that actually means I don't have any revivers at all. And I have to live with that. But anyway, we'll do the ally attack. So he can revive him right back. That's kind of unfortunate for me. Although, and I really don't want to use this, because this could get us into a lot of trouble at this point. So let's just block revive on him like that. And now we'll take our time with the other 3 if we can. But I think they can wear us down. So I'm going to go for the strip. Especially with Arby in the team. She can make them go super fast. Can I stun them? Ooh, I managed to stun all of them. Cool. So at this point, is this a good idea? I don't know. But this'll definitely speed up the fight one way or another. So let's come in and kill Arby. He should be able to delete her. Can probably also delete him, but let's delete Mithrala. So this guy's going to be healing like crazy. Let's see how much damage we can do to him, though. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good damage already. Oh yeah. So good game, Chromax. And I know this name. I have fought you many times before, Chromax. So always good to see you, even if I do have to be honest, I don't necessarily remember our other fights. I know that they exist out there. And if I remember your name, it's probably because you beat me at least once. So good game, Chromax. So here's a Chinese name that I cannot read, but you know what? I know that this first character means big. So I'm just going to call him Big Man or Big Woman. It could be a woman. I don't know. I don't know what anybody is. I feel like the vast majority of players are men, though. On our clan, I feel like there's always one token woman, and our token female deputy just left recently. But then Mr. B got his wife back in. Mr. B, why did you do that to your wife? Or did she do it to herself? Was this her idea? I feel like starting up this game again is ill-advised. Whenever somebody tells me that they're quitting the game, I'm always a little excited for them, and I'm kind of rooting for them. It's like, Alcoholics Anonymous. I hope they can stay off the sauce. I like to think that when I do finally leave this game, that I'm not coming back. So there's a lot of revivers here. So I'm thinking I definitely want to be able to block the revive as much as possible. I'm going to bring this. I think I want Rhodos this time. And I want Fenax as my last guy. Unless Big Chinese Man takes him. But that's who I want. So I'm toying with the idea of working in Lonathril. But aside from the ally attack and maybe coming in with a bit of shielding, I don't know that he's a super fantastic strategy. So let's take this. Let's get rid of... let's just get rid of Ultimate Death Knight. In case he leaves me with Rhodos. Oh, he's taking Rhodos anyway. But still, the last thing you want is to have Rhodos be up against an Ultimate Death Knight with a team like this that can do lots of healing and crowd control. And I just wouldn't have time. Wouldn't have time to get anything done. I could try for a little bit of resistance instead of the speed, just in the vain hope that maybe I keep more of my buffs on before I get a turn. So I'm going to do that. I'd say at best, it's a coin flip. That there's no right answer here. Speed is probably never wrong. Resist probably is wrong some of the time. But this is not one of them. I don't know how much accuracy is built on Sun Wukong, but basically Sun Wukong needs to be able to strip a fair amount of my stone skin, which is what I'm expecting. Or he might just go straight for the sheep attack. In fact, maybe that's what he's going to do. Just go straight into sheeping Fenax. Oh, he's sheeping my ally attacker. That was unexpected. So I definitely want to kill him first. Sun Wukong really scares me. Oh my god. Am I seriously already missing my my stone skin? So we can at least get these in. I'm actually hesitant to even put this up yet. Alright, so we got rid of one problem. This guy's still kind of a problem. In fact, maybe I really should have put the block debuffs up immediately. Because this guy gets those fears up. That's going to be a big problem. Kind of depends on how much accuracy he's got. Okay. Ooh. That is a lot of damage. Okay, so I'm going to put up block debuffs on them. And we'll revive them with the block damage. Oh, you gotta watch out. My Fenax can just straight up attack you when it's not his turn. Which is again why White King Narcisse is such a good champion. So let's ally attack him. Boom. I pretty much win now. Big man. I am sorry, but that's a good game. I mean, you can stubbornly stay in, but yeah, you can't do anything anymore. Your nukers are gone. Keep calm and carry on. So I'm going to open with Sun Wukong. I'm going to keep calm and carry Kong. All right, we'll bring these two. I'm thinking he might go for Rhodos and Ultimate Death Knight, and if so, that's going to make my life hard. I could bring Ultimate Death Knight to be kind of a bit of a troll, but I'd rather just go for... We could go for balance again. There are 2 revivers, though, and I'm probably going to eliminate Rhodos. So maybe... I could go for Arbiter as well, just to be a little faster. You know what? I'm okay with this configuration, with this arrangement, with this paradigm, if you will. So let's get rid of him, which means we really only have to deal with Harima. He has done me the good favor of leaving me with Phenax. So, let's see if we can show him what happens when I can use the Phenax. But he is going to go first, almost certainly. Yeah, so he gets the drop on us. So let's use this ally attack. Boom, to instantly win. We win. Good game, keep calm. That's the power of Phenax right there. So we got 2 left. We'll do 2 more. I feel like I'm having a better day than yesterday, but we'll see at the end of the session. I do remember losing at least once. I have won 9 out of 10 games in a single day before, but I was not recording, so you have to just sort of take my word for it. But, of course, you should expect that on a given day, you might win 5 and lose 5. It's kind of the nature of the beast. Because you advance to the point where you can't win anymore, right? So do I want Sun Wukong? I think I do. I think if you're going to leave me the option of taking Sun Wukong, I will take him. But you know what? Because she's got Polymorph, maybe I should put Sun Wukong in Polymorph, eh? Especially if I like to lead with him. I'd just be that much likelier to get it. I have a free reset after the rebalancing. Should probably do that. I keep thinking about it while I'm here in Live Arena and not while I'm actually doing the thing. So anyway, we're going to bring in this guy. We're going to bring in Phenax. Or maybe I'll bring Rhodos. I definitely want... You know what? I want Phenax and Rhodos. So I'll bring Rhodos first. Because at this point, I'm thinking I may have to let him keep Warlord. And if you were watching all my fights from before about 2 months ago, before the long hiatus. And I do apologize for the long hiatus. It was just doing the best start guide was a big time chunk. I just didn't have time to do both. So we'll do this. But yeah, if you've been watching that, you know I hate Warlord with a passion of 1,000 burning suns, something like that. I'm not even sure who to eliminate here. There's so much. There's so much potential here. So I kind of want to eliminate her because of the sheer amount of damage she does. I don't love the way this guy can just sort of kick in and blow everybody up as well. I definitely want to eliminate one of these two. I guess it's going to end up being Trunda. So I'll go for the speed. So I'm expecting to get outsped, have all my stuff shut down. But the good news is that Mighty Uko is fine just using his A1. Sun Wukong is going to be annoying to kill, but with his moves shut down, he's going to be less dangerous. Fenax wants to use his A1, so he doesn't care. And Rhodos can cycle through his moves reasonably quickly. But of course, Hefrak has already killed him. I don't think we're going to win this one, folks. Let's see. I'll start with Hefrak. So this is, I mean, this is taking a little while, but I'm basically expecting him to wipe out my team. So now he's got that taunt up. That's going to make life very hard as well. I mean, Uko's going to be completely unaffected by that because he really only has an ally attack anyway. Oh, looks like Uko has the taunt now. Gotta love that Uko passive. It is just obnoxious. He's going to be sheeping them. He's going to be freezing them randomly. Like, again, guys, let me know if you want to take a look at the way I've built my Uko. If I am remembering correctly, I think I've got him even with a Frostbite subset. Anyway, that's about it for my guys. That team was a little too much, I think, for my meager means. So good game, whatever your name was. I'm sorry, I looked away and now you're gone. Alright. Not going to do anything too creative in this final fight. Just want to bring my favorite people, so I'll bring Sun Wukong. I will bring these two. Right now, I'm eyeing this Harima. I don't love this level of polymorph. I don't love her ability to reduce my ignore defense. I like to be able to use that. I get Pythion this time. That's fun. And I'll go for Fenax. Unless I want to take 2 block revivers again. But you know what? I'm fine with this arrangement. We got balance here. We got a cleanser. It'd be nice to work in 2 cleansers as well. But we've at least got a cleanser. We have 3 strippers, 2 nukers, 2 revivers. So who are we eliminating? I think I'm still eliminating Harima. Honestly, unless this guy is a nuker, I wonder what they're going to get up to without Harima. Obviously, they just want to go straight for Uko and try to wear us down, which is a pretty sound strategy, honestly. I'll take the speed. He's going to go first. My ally attacker has, or my 2 ally attackers anyway. The 2 that are involved in the ally attack. We'll put it that way. And again, like, you know who I would love instead of Pythion as the 5th? It would be Cardiel. If I had a Cardiel, that would be the 5th, because he's got the cleanse, he's got another ally attack, and that's where they'd really shine with a Phenax. So let's see. This is not the right time to ally attack, so unfortunately, I think I have to go for the strip instead. And we got frozen. I should have seen that coming. So I think Sun Wukong is going to get his turn no matter what. Alright, we'll go for the AoE. And this is another reason why I'd love for my Sun Wukong to go directly before Phenax, because Sun Wukong could have come in, hit her, turned her into a sheep. Although at this point, maybe I'll just go for this. Oh man! Sheeped again. Bloody polymorph, eh? Yeah, I should have gone for the Wonder Rod. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. No, I'm going to counterattack. Oh, good night. There goes your freeze champion. Good game, Inquisitor. Anyway, whatever your name is, good game. So that's it. That's it for today. Here's the log. That's 4, 5, 6. 6 to 4. Respectable, I think, if I do say so myself. But anyway, as I said at the beginning of the video, if you guys want to see a video specifically devoted to my favorite team and to look at the breakdowns of each of them, I can totally do that. And as always, thanks for stopping by. See you on the next video. Take care of yourselves.